Today we talked about polynomials. I'm going to go through a short review over what the what the notes were for today, and sort of give you a couple more examples for you at the house. Um, the first thing that we need to do is we need to go back and review the vocabulary. First thing, if you take a look up top, monomial means one term. Polynomial is many terms. It can also mean one. Typically, though, when you see polynomial, you're talking about more than one term. So if we look at our definitions, a term is a number, a variable, or a product of numbers and variables. Okay, so if we take a look down here, we've got a set of monomials because I have just the number 10, just the variable x, a coefficient of 5 attached to a variable x with raised to the power of 4. These are all examples of monomials. They cannot be simplified anymore. Then you have an example of non-monomials. I cannot combine x and y because I don't know what they are. So I would say that this is not a monomial. As well as x divided by y, 3y minus 2, and 4x divided by 5y. A monomial that is a real number with no variable is what we call a constant. It is just a number. If we take a look up here, we have only one constant, and that would be the number 10. A monomial, or a sum of monomials or terms, would be what we call a polynomial. A sum of two monomials or terms would be a binomial. And a sum of three would be a trinomial. So if we want to go ahead, and name these types of polynomials, since I only have one term, I would classify this as a monomial. And my term would be 3x squared. This as well is a monomial, because I have the constant of the term, -9. Since there are two terms, this would be a binomial. And my terms are separated by this sign right here, which will actually turn into a negative instead of a positive. Okay? I also have another binomial. Since I have three terms, this would be a trinomial. My terms here would be x squared, 6x, and 5. This as well would be a trinomial, and the way that I always look at it is I look and say, where is my subtraction or my addition? And those are the separations for my terms. Today we also talked about, at the beginning of class, combining polynomials. Like numbers, we are going to stack the things that are grouped into the same categories. What I mean by that is they have to be like terms. So my 9y and my -3y are like terms because they both have a y and they both have an exponent of 1. My -7x and my +8x are like terms because they both have an x and an exponent of 1. And my 15a and my -8a are alike as well. Then I just add straight down. 9 plus a -3 gives me a +6. A negative 7 plus a positive 8 gives me a 1, but I don't have to put that 1, so I'm just going to put x. And a 15 minus an 8 gives me a positive 7. And this is as simple as I can get it. We also talked about subtracting. Down here, if we look at number 10, if we are subtracting 5ax squared plus 3ax by 2ax squared minus 8x plus 4, I'm going to go ahead and line them up just like I would with the addition. So I'm going to write my subtraction sign. I'm going to put my 2ax squared, my negative ax underneath my 3ax. And since I don't have a constant in this first polynomial, I'm just going to write it off to the side. Now, as we discussed today, I'm going to change that from subtraction to addition, but I'm also going to flip the sign. So I flip the sign from a positive 2ax to a negative 2ax, and I switch the sign from a negative 8ax to a positive 8x. This is going to change from a positive 4 to a negative 4. I'm going to add my coefficients, so I'm going to get 3ax squared. I'm going to get 11ax, and I'm going to get a negative 4. And that is as simplified as I can make it. The last thing that we will talk about in this video is multiplying. We're going to talk about multiplying two polynomials or two terms together. My two terms happen to be 6x squared and negative 3x to the fifth. I'm going to multiply my numbers together. 6 times negative 3. So 6 times negative 3 is negative 18. I know that I'm going to have an x, so I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And then all I need to do is add my exponents. So I will add 2 and 5, and I would get 7. So my answer would be negative 18x to the 7th.